Today we're going to look at the album Mobile Orchestra. Mobile Orchestra is an album that exists. It was made. And that is unfortunate to the world and to Owl City fans and to music. Mobile Orchestra is, what is it? The 5th or 6th Owl City album, and it was the one that came after Midsummer Station and before Cinematic. And if you know Midsummer Station and Cinematic, you know that those albums are not very good albums. Midsummer Station is a tolerable album from a pop perspective, but it's just awful compared to all of the stuff that came out before it, with really generic lyrics, some bad music that has not aged well, and some very overly sentimental writing that is not poetic or beautiful at all. It's just overly sentimental. It's overly sentimental without the Owl City beauty, magic, and wonder. Just strip the beauty and the magic and the wonder away, and you're just stuck with overly sappy songs that do nothing for me. And then Cinematic was like not music. It was even weirder than this album. This is a really weird album, but Cinematic was even like probably worse. It's probably worse than Mobile Orchestra, especially and probably primarily because it's so long. But today, unfortunately, we're talking about Mobile Orchestra, and it should not have been made. It has 10 songs and 5 features. Half of the songs are features. Every other track on this album has a feature. You have Al Black on the song Verge, Sarah Russell, who is an absolute nobody. She's a woman, female artist in the genre of trance music, like trance electronic music. She doesn't have a lot of music. She's basically nobody. She's a very random feature. Hanson, the boy band that I've never heard of until they are on this song. Apparently they are semi-famous. They had a hit song or two from either from the 90s or the 2000s. I don't even know who this boy band is. They're on the song Unbelievable. Jake Owen, a country singer who's not really significant or worth talking about, is on the song Back Home. And the last feature is Britt Nicole, who was a one-hit wonder female pop artist for the song Gold. I have a weird history with that song. I would rather not talk about it, but I actually did review a Britt Nicole album. I think I reviewed it on the channel. If I can find it, I'll link it in the description. Anyway, the album is an absolutely bizarre mix of the amount of genres represented is just bizarre. There's like country music, there's pop music, like Unbelievable and Verge are pop songs. There's music that doesn't really fit in a genre, like I Found Love and Bird with a Broken Wing. I don't even know what genre those fit in. I guess pop music, because they have pop structures. Thunderstruck is also kind of a pop song. There's Christian contemporary music with My Everything and You're Not Alone. And then Can't Live Without You might also, it's one of those songs that the lyrics are generic enough that they could be Christian, they could be referring to God, or they could be referring to a girl. It's, you know, it's like the South Park joke. I'm not going to explain the reference. If you don't get the reference, then you don't get the reference. But yeah, it's just a lot of shooting at everything and rarely ever hitting the target. And when it does hit the target, it's debatable what target was hit or how effectively the target was hit. Unbelievable can be a fun song, even though the nostalgia, which Owl City music has a lot of nostalgia, and I think he knows that he's a very nostalgic artist. But this, he's basically trying to shove the nostalgia down your throat by rapid fire naming things that are nostalgic, like Berenstein Bears, beanbag chairs, Etch-a-Sketch, McDonald's fries. And that's one of the better songs on the album. Anyway, Bird with a Broken Wing is, to me, a legitimately good song. It has good writing, in my opinion, and it's interesting. I mean, it's just the lyrical content is kind of dark and kind of hopeful at the same time, and the music is kind of different. And it's a good song. It's a good song. It's not a great song. It's a good song. And This Isn't the End is a song that tells the story of a father who committed suicide, and it's basically Owl City kind of judging the father and saying that he never deserved to be a father in the first place. And I'm aware that that could be controversial, to say that because he committed suicide he shouldn't have been a father. I'm not going to have my take on that, but it's a It's a sweet, sentimental, sad song with a positive note at the end, and I think it's a good song. But once again, it's not great. It's not something I really care to listen to because musically it's not awesome. It's fine, but the lyrical content is good for the most part. But everything else on this album is either generic or just painfully bland and generic, like Verge. Just flat out fails or does nothing or fails to create a strong reaction and just kind of confuses me. And it just makes me sad knowing how great some of Owl City's old music was, specifically Ocean Eyes and All Things Bright and Beautiful. We'll talk about All Things Bright and Beautiful in the next episode. But this album is not it. It evades the score for me. I don't have a score to give it because I don't feel comfortable saying any score. I'm just gonna say that I don't like it. I don't like it. I ranted a little bit in this video, and I guess I apologize for not giving it a score, but I don't want to give it a score. I don't want to straight up be like 1 out of 5 stars, it sucks, because I don't honestly, the real reason I'm not giving a score is because I don't know what to say for a score. I don't have, it's not a 0 out of 5. It's not a half out of 5. I legitimately, I was thinking about this, listening to the album, like thinking about it even before I listened to it, and then I re-listened to it for the review, and I was just like, I have no idea what I would give this on a scale of, 1 to 5 or 0 to 5 or 0.5 to 5. So I don't like it. Don't listen to it unless you're like morbidly curious. But even then, the best thing I can say about this being a bad album, the best positive about this being a bad album, is it's only 10 tracks. It's less than 40 minutes. None of the tracks are long. Like, it doesn't take long to listen to it. Whatever, man. Thanks for watching the video. Have a good rest of your day.